Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Dylan. It's been a long time. I've been doing a lot of things in my personal life and professional life, and I haven't recorded one of these podcasts in a few weeks. I know, you're devastated. Joining me here today is not only the bestest boy, my dog, Beast. He's such a good boy, oh my goodness. But also...
Hi, it's CAMMIE.
Hi, it's CAMMIE. If you've listened to any of my stuff in the past or whatever, you know who CAMMIE is. Started out as my girlfriend, now is my fiance. It's better when we do these Am I the Assholes together because we're able to bounce opinions and ideas off each other. And oftentimes, CAMMIE has opinions that or like a perspective, I suppose, not opinions, perspective that I didn't consider in a lot of cases, so it's good to have multiple perspectives. Good to have the female perspective on a lot of these things. Most of the time, the female perspective is bitches are dumb, right?
Yeah, no, but...
Oh, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. The bouncing off each other. I'm like, bitches are dumb, and she's like, no. You know what I'm saying? It's all jokes. If you got offended, holy shit, I don't care. Okay. All that being said... Let's talk about who's an asshole today, other than me, obviously. Alrighty, Teddy, Lefty, Lucy, Fokeroonies. Wow, can you tell I'm white? I bet you can. Alright, this one is, am I the asshole for wanting to wear a tight t-shirt in my own home? This thing was posted 3 minutes ago, so we're getting right on it hot and heavy here.
Wow.
So, I don't know. So, I'm going to go ahead and, before I read any of this, I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. Like, it's your house. You can wear whatever the hell you want in your own house. Right?
Nah, I think so.
Am I right on that one?
I wear whatever I want in my own house.
Neither of us are wearing pants right now. Because we're in our own home. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and say no, but let's see the context. I mean... Depending on the shirt, right? Maybe don't wear, like, a shirt that shows all your titties are out if, like, you have small children running around or something.
That's fair.
I guess. I don't know. Depends on the kids. Like, if they're, like, they're your, like, kids, like, from your family, then whatever. But, like, if they're, like, you say you have, like, your friends over and you have, like, a play date, whatever, maybe dress appropriately for the occasion. Although, I don't know. This is all conjecture, right? We haven't read anything yet. All it says is tight t-shirt. Like, what's tight these days, anyway?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. All right. Sorry if I do this wrong or anything. This is my first time making a post like this. Okay, well, there's no real way to do it wrong. I mean, I guess there is. Don't misspell shit. It pisses me off when people do that. All right. So basically... I received a shirt I was looking forward to getting today. It was a simple purple shirt. It's one of the tight, thick material, gym wear kind of shirt. It covers everything, it's not cropped, and it doesn't show my chest at all. Okay? My boyfriend was with me when I received it and tried it on, and heard me express how happy I was with it, as I'm a chubbier girl and get very happy when clothing I order online meets my expectations and makes me feel confident and pretty.
Oh,
that's nice.
That is nice.
That's so nice.
But I'm afraid of where this is gonna go.
So am I. I'm a bigger cup size, good for you, and I was absolutely delighted to find that I didn't need to wear a bra with this shirt as it was tight enough to hold my chest up comfortably, and I couldn't stop expressing how comfortable and freeing it felt to just how overall happy I was with the purchase.
Love it.
Love it. My boyfriend complimented it a lot, and it was just great. Okay, so it's not the boyfriend, seemingly, who has the problem with the shirt. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of thinking in the back of my head it was the boyfriend who had the problem with the shirt, but it doesn't seem like it. So that's even weirder now, though, than who does.
Who cares about what you're wearing?
It seems like he would be the one to have the issue with it. Maybe
it's a parent.
Maybe. Let's see. We'd been in my bedroom for the most part of the day, and I suggested we go and spend some time downstairs with my mum and her family. My bad, I misread. With my mum and her fairly new boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that. Yeah. I bet it's the boyfriend making a comment. We'd known him for quite a few weeks now, and knew his character well enough to feel comfortable and know he's not creepy or anything. Okay. That's good. Mm-hmm. This implies maybe the person writing this is, like, younger, Like maybe like because if they're still living with their mom and it's not like a weird thing, maybe they're like, this person's a teenager.
Maybe like 19 or
yeah, maybe. Okay, so like they didn't say their age at all, so we're inferring here. I wore my new shirt and just some black bicycle shorts. Okay. Again, I was talking about how nice it was not to wear a bra, and I could see how uncomfortable he was. Oh, okay. I was talking about how nice it was not to. I was talking about how nice it was not to wear a bra, and I could tell how uncomfortable he was. So the boyfriend's being made uncomfortable by her talking about not wearing a bra.
Okay.
Weird. Why? Whatever. I asked if anything was wrong, but he wouldn't say anything was wrong, but made an effort to show how he had a problem with what I was wearing.
What the fuck?
Is that right? I asked if he wanted me to change, reassured him it's my own house and there's nothing to worry about, and kept asking until he eventually said that it was, quote, completely inappropriate. It's so tight and shows off way too much. It shows exactly where your tits are and how they're sat and just makes it so you can see absolutely everything, unquote. Okay. It's a thick material and absolutely not see-through in any way, but obviously with it being tight, it's going to hug my figure. And as I'm not wearing a bra, my nipples could temporarily be visible, but I don't have prominent ones, so it would only be for a brief moment. Okay. After that, he just went on his computer. Won't go downstairs or talk/communicate with me about the subject. Similar things have happened before, with leggings being see-through, too tight, etc. I'd never do anything to make him uncomfy or anything, or to make me more attractive for the male gaze, but it still makes me feel guilty or just really slutty even though I'm not trying to. It's incredibly hot here, and I'd rather not wear a big shirt or anything else I have, or have to wear a bra. That's why I chose the shirt, but he makes me feel like I'm doing it for other reasons. The way he goes about the situation, where he pretends nothing is wrong but makes sure to make me feel really bad about myself, is honestly worse than if he just said outright he feels uncomfy. I feel just hopeless. Am I the asshole? Again, I'm sorry if I made any mistakes or done this wrong. I just want some opinions. Smiley face. All right.
He sounds like a dick.
He does sound like a dick. So, like I said, inferring from the way this is all structured and everything, I'm gonna infer that the writer of this is a teenage girl. I'm guessing, possibly underage, right? Possibly a minor.
Right.
Not that that matters. Hi, Piper. I don't know if you heard her meow just now, but she did. She's trying to be part of the podcast. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's her house. She can wear whatever she wants. Job one there. But then. Again, like she keeps feeling like she has to like stayed over and over again, being like, it's not too tight or it's not see through or anything. It's just tight or whatever. And like I said, honestly, this sounds like the boyfriend's hang up.
Yep. And I also noticed she pointed it out that he makes her feel bad about what she's wearing instead of just stating like, I'm not really comfortable with you wearing that. Right.
He's acting like what she's wearing is wrong, like objectively, not just that it makes him feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. And that makes me icky.
It does make me icky, yeah. My question is, right, like, what's making you feel uncomfortable, bro? What exactly is making you feel uncomfortable? If you
Because the boyfriend's probably downstairs. Mom's boyfriend's probably downstairs. So it's the whole dressing provocative, quote unquote, in front of another man.
No, honey, it's the mom's boyfriend's the one that's making her feel uncomfortable. Her boyfriend has no issue.
Oh,
it's the mom's boyfriend making the comments.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah. No, it's the mom's boyfriend it's the mom. The boyfriend had no issue. It's when she went downstairs and the mom's boyfriend, the fairly new boyfriend, is the one making comments.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that's why it's icky, right? That's why I'm thinking.
That's more icky.
That's
I thought
what
it was
saying.
just toxic boyfriend bullshit.
No, like she said at the beginning, the boyfriend complimented her and said she looked great. Like when she was trying it on for him or whatever. And then it was only once they went downstairs to the new mom's new boyfriend, that at least that's how I interpreted it. Mom's new boyfriend, that like he started saying things. Like he was making comments about it.
But she was saying like to him that she was okay with not wearing a bra.
I guess she was explaining like
why she likes the shirt so much.
The fact that that the shirt's comfortable enough to support her breasts, so she doesn't have to wear a bra.
Okay.
I guess, and I guess the boyfriend, the mom's boyfriend, made comments about how it was like too tight, and he could see like everything or whatever, like it like left nothing to imagination, like form fitting was, like it's a form fitting shirt, right? So he can see all the curves and everything like that, and I guess he thought it was too provocative.
Move out.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, see, that's why I was saying that it was fucking creepy, because inferring from this, she's a minor, possibly at least a teenager, if not not a minor, but a teenager, like living with mom or whatever the fuck, and like I said at first, it's her house. She can dress however the fuck she wants, and second of all, like why, like I said, why are you made uncomfortable by her dressing how she wants to dress? Why are you looking at her in that way? That's my question, right?
That's weird.
Like, because it's giving oh, she seduced me, honey. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit.
I can't bathe our daughter because it makes me uncomfy.
Right. It's giving you might want to, honey, change your clothes, your uncles are coming over. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving that kind of mentality of, like, a girl having to dress differently to not show off any figure because a man around her can't control himself.
That's just, that's...
Or whatever.
That's worse.
Yeah, that's gross, man.
Gross.
I've always been a big, and you can attest to this, been a big proponent of, like, if there is a family member that you are worried about being creepy or like made uncomfortable, whatever, like has to make comments or whatever about your daughter, whatever, a female in your family dressing however they want to dress, that man should not be around.
Yep.
Period. It's not your daughter's responsibility to dress differently in her own goddamn house. It is your responsibility as the parent to make sure that creepy ass person is not around your kid.
Yep.
To make them feel uncomfortable.
I agree.
Because like I said, it's in her own goddamn house. You know, obviously when you go out in the public, there are certain standards of dress, right?
Sure.
Like, I mean, like obviously, you know, it's different for everybody. Some people like more conservative wear, some people like more like revealing stuff. But like my general thought is like, as long as you don't have your booty cheeks out at the supermarket, you know what I'm saying? Like you're pretty much fine. You know what I'm saying? Like don't wear club wear to Safeway. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
There's
time and place.
Like there's time and place for certain kinds of, and that's just decency, right? Like I'd say the same thing about a dude wearing a fucking Speedo to the DMV. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a time and place for every kind of dress.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But like in the comfort of your own home, like, I mean, if you live with other people, don't walk around fucking naked. But like,
for sure.
But like, generally, like if for example, like, we like when the kids are over here, right? And like one of the kids is a little bit older, right? She's an older teenager, and she's like has a figure or whatever. If she wanted to walk around in a tank top and small shorts because it's fucking hot outside, it's like 100 degrees here,
right?
Like that's perfectly fine. There's no issue with that. There's no like, oh well, that's a little revealing, or that's a little provocative, or oh, I can't not look at that. It's like,
I death stare people that look at her.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly, right? Like, that's the mentality is like, that's a child, right? That's a child. Why are you looking at her like that? And so my thing is like, if I was the mom and the boyfriend felt like he was in a position where he could make those kind of comments to my kid, we'd have a fucking problem.
We'd have a fucking problem.
You're telling my daughter what she can and can't wear in her own goddamn house?
Yep.
You understand that you are a guest here, not her, right? You don't get to dictate what she wears in her house, right? You're here because you and me are together and we're doing things or whatever, but like, this is still her house.
It's still her house.
This is her house. You don't get to dictate what she wears in her house.
Don't like it? Hole up, go, leave, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the whole thing. And so like, and then more so the fact that like, I mean, it's not even like that bad.
It's not.
It's just a tight shirt.
A tight shirt and bicycle shorts.
And bicycle
shorts
shorts
are like mid-thigh.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's not wearing anything like super revealing. They're just tight.
It's
tight
not like
clothing.
her boobs are out and she's wearing like bitty shorts or something. Which,
right. Even then, that
even
would be
then it
fine.
would be fine.
But like,
Yeah,
in this situation, she's wearing, like I said, a tight shirt. She's wearing like athletic wear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck is your problem, bro?
It's the curvy, and she's underage.
Oh, God forbid a teenager develop boobs.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what are we talking about here? Like what is going on? Like, it's just
Cut him off.
cut him off. What, the tits or the guy?
Both.
Oh God! Whoa! Oh no! Oh no! We're talking about body mutilation now. I mean, hey, unless that's what you want to do, I have nothing against breast reduction. Mm-hmm. Some women like to do it because some women get like back problems and shit from how big their boobs are.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that like, I'm all for doing whatever you need to do to be healthy. Mm-hmm. But like,
no, I'm just kidding. I think that he has really no say in what she needs, what she can wear. Like you said, when they have the kids over, if the teenager wants to wear small shorts and a tank top, she can wear small shorts and a tank top, and that's because the people that she has around her at this apartment, me and you, I aren't gonna look at her that way.
No.
And that is what you have to trust in that.
Exactly. And if you have I'm speaking to the audience now. If you have an adult in your life that, one, makes your kids uncomfortable, feels the need to make comments about your child's body or dress in any way, beyond the normal, like, a dad being like, hey, you can't go out dressed like that.
Right. Kind
of shit. Like, I said appropriate dress for the public. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you have any, like, adults in your family life or whatever that said make your kids uncomfortable, or, like, you're worried, even in the back of your mind, about your kids, your young daughters who are developing, being around them because you don't think that they can, quote-unquote, control themselves or worry about, or like, you have to worry about that. I need you to fully understand that is not a person that should be around your kids. Mm-hmm. Period. End of story. Okay? Because it's not normal, right? It's not okay. It's not like this idea that, like, well, he's just a man, he can't control himself, is horseshit.
He should control himself.
That's fucking horseshit, right? Like, we all have eyes, we all see things, we all notice whatever. But the idea that, like, a man is so feral that he can't not ogle and comment and thirst over a young teenager because she's a little more developed is disgusting.
Yep.
That's a disgusting. And if you have anyone in your life that fits that bill, they should not be around your fucking kids.
Yep.
And moreover, it is not your daughter's then responsibility to cover up, to avoid an incident or whatever with Uncle Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like this idea that, oh, it's the girl's job to make sure she's not showing off too much because you're gonna make Uncle Tommy uncomfortable is,
I mean, it's the same for, like,
disgusting.
It's the same for, like, schoolwear. It's like dress code wear. It's
exactly.
Like, oh, you don't want to distract the boys from their learning.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Right, exactly. That is, I agree with that. I will say one caveat though, in the sense that those boys are also children.
I mean, that's fair.
And so they don't have the same. I
mean, girls shouldn't be wearing booty shorts or anything to, like,
but see,
school.
The thing is, like, my only comment on that is, like, they're also kids, so, like, you can't expect the same level of emotional and intellectual, like regulation and maturity that you should be able to expect from an adult.
That's fair.
Is my point. However,
that's a good point.
You should be teaching your sons not to be creepy.
Yeah.
So there's that. And like my whole thing is, like, teach your sons not to be creepy. Teach your daughters to be aware.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, not say that the girls need to completely change what they look like to avoid being assaulted, because we all know it doesn't matter what you wear. If you're going to be assaulted, you're going to be assaulted, right?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Girls have been assaulted wearing everything, right? So, like...
Children get assaulted.
Exactly. So, like, that doesn't really matter. What I mean by be aware is, like, just because you know that, like, it's not your fault if you get assaulted. Obviously, it's not. Mm-hmm. But it's still an awful thing that can happen right? So be aware just of your surroundings and of the kind of people you're being surrounded with. Sure. Can you trust these people, right? Can you trust? And if you're in an environment that you can't get out of, where maybe you don't feel comfortable, like I said, just be aware. Just be aware of your surroundings and everything like that. And that goes for everybody, because obviously, like you can be assaulted if you're a boy, and you can be a predator if you're a girl, right? It's not. It can be flipped. Obviously, the numbers are horribly skewed in one direction, but it can be flipped. But the point is, like, we should be teaching our kids to not be bad people, basically. Not be bad people, and also to be aware of the bad people is, I guess, the general point.
And that's part of that toxic masculinity that's still pretty fresh. It's still something that still goes around, that men are teaching their boys, is almost like they're owed.
Right.
You know, like they're owed that. Like
they're entitled to women. Yeah. Jinx. Yeah, but no, seriously, they're entitled to women. That's the mentality. And for some reason, that thought is still alive and well in the public, and that's awful. And I think that I don't even know. I don't even know if there's going to be people who are going to be able to teach their sons that, because it's like a chain, right? Yeah. So it's like someone has to break that chain. But it's so hard to do when someone grows up and like, oh, it's just how it was when I grew up. Right. Even though how you grew up was wrong. Right. That's wrong. You should if you grew up a certain way, you should, as an adult, have the cognizance to understand that was wrong and break away from it. Yep. Like, we were all raised with certain traumas and things from our parents that we can recognize now were not good. Yep. That doesn't make it easy to break away from certain mentalities and things you were taught, but you can definitely do it, and you should if it was bad, right? Just because you were raised by a misogynist doesn't mean you need to be one. Know what I'm saying? And so, like, it's just... Yeah, I mean, we kind of got on a whole different topic here. We did. But, like, I mean, it's related. It's related thing. But, like, the point is, no, she's not an asshole, obviously. She's not an asshole. And, the mom's boyfriend. She should bring this up to mom. If she hasn't, she definitely should. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, hopefully mom would care, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of situations there where, like, you have moms blaming their daughters for these things, right? Or siding with the man. Like, there's so many cases. We've both worked in the field for a long time. Yeah. So many cases of parents picking boyfriends, spouses over their kids. Absolutely disgusting shit, you know? So, like, I hope her mom is somebody she can come to. I hope so too. About this kind of shit, but it sounds like this isn't the first time he's made comments about her figure. No, it's not. And what she's wearing. So either she hasn't ever gone to mom and tried to handle it herself, or she has gone to mom and mom hasn't done anything about it. Well, it sounds like the boyfriend has a pretty good head on his shoulders, so maybe she should get, like, comfortable with his mom. Oh, like her boyfriend's mom? I mean, maybe, maybe, I mean. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Like I said, we don't know all the ins and outs of this situation. But, right, but he sounds that if it's not the boyfriend that's, like, making these comments, no, he seemed to be fine with it. Yeah, then it sounds like he has a pretty good head on his shoulders, so it sounds like he's being raised appropriately. Right, he's being raised right. So maybe just go to her. Maybe just start, I don't know, maybe start going over to his house more often. Right. That is, find a support for her, right? Find a good support system if she doesn't have it at home. All right, that was a long talk about that topic. We're gonna close out now, and then we'll get into the closing stuff and special message, everybody. Special message, yeah. Alrighty, everybody. That was the end of another one. Me and Cammie talking about a lot of things, right? We talked about appropriate dress in public. We talked about a girl's right to feel comfortable in her own home, wearing whatever the hell she wants, about how the boyfriend needs to mind his own goddamn business, you know, all that. But anyway, thanks for listening, you know. Check out the other episodes of the pod. I'll try to upload more consistently. I can't promise anything, though. I got a lot going on. Check out all my voice stuff. Search up D-Man the Voice all over. I'm in a bunch of things, right? Check out the Annie Short app, right? There's a bunch of cool little short anime on there. I'm in a ton of them, right? I'm the main character in one of them. I can't tell you yet because I don't know if it's out yet, but I'm all over that app. So check that out. You'll hear some of my stuff, right? I'm voicing all your favorite short form anime. Any whoosums, enough plugs and whatnot.
I have another thought.
Oh, what's your another thought?
If you were ever to say anything like that to my teenager,
oh yeah,
I'd be on Snapped.
Yeah,
I'd have my own special episode of Snapped.
That's the mentality you gotta have. Absolutely, that's exactly what you should. That's exactly how you should feel. Yeah. We're gonna get into that right now with the special message, everybody. And today's special message, I think we're just gonna carry on with the same conversation you were saying about snapping.
Moms need to protect their children.
Yup.
Mom, I can't fathom how many times, especially in the field that we worked in, that moms were blaming their children for if they were assaulted or abused. Mm-hmm. Moms are just awful in that field.
Yeah.
So protect your children. That's what you gotta do. Protect your children. From anybody. From their dad, if you have to. You know, from... It's your duty as a mother. Good for you, Dad. Shout out to all the single dads out there. But it is your duty as a parent to protect your children. And not in the way where you're telling them how to dress in their own home, but in a way that if anybody were to make any comments like that... Look for those deeper messages, because what do you mean it's not okay for my child to wear whatever she wants in this house?
Right.
If my 5-year-old wore something like that, there wouldn't be a comment out there. But the curvy teenager wearing something like that, there's got to be a comment.
Yeah.
I'd be on Snapped. I'd have my own episode of Snapped. And I would be smiling in my fucking picture. I'd be smiling in my mugshot. Like, oh, hi.
Yeah, no, that's all that is. I agree with everything she just said, right? God, I lost my train of thought. But yes, yeah, it's protect your kids. Protect your kids. Protect your kids as a mom. Protect your kids as a dad. Protect your kids as a family member. Protect your kids, right? As an aunt and uncle, whatever. Protect your kids from stranger danger. But as we all know, right? It's almost never a stranger. Almost never. Because strangers don't have access.
Nope.
Because you're already leery of strangers. Your kids already know not to talk to strangers, not to be alone with strangers, not to get close, and all that shit. So it's almost never a stranger.
It's almost always someone they know.
It's almost always someone they know. It's an uncle. It's a stepdad. It's a family friend, right? It's a teacher.
It's a coach.
It's a coach, right? It's someone you know and is around your kids. Someone you trust, right? And we're not trying to fearmonger, say don't trust everyone in your family, but
keep an eye out.
Be aware.
Yeah.
Right? Be aware, and more important, more than that, like Cammie was saying, understand that it is not your child's responsibility to regulate how they dress in their own home, right? And make sure, this is what I was going to say, I got my train of thought back. This is what I was going to say, is make sure that your child knows without a shadow of a doubt and feels comfortable coming to you if somebody in the family makes them uncomfortable.
Yes.
Don't let your child think that if they come to you about a family member that they're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
That you're not going to believe them, right? That you're going to question everything they say, because that's how you get the victims and shit like this happening. Believe your kids. If your kid's coming to you with these kind of things, investigate. Look into it, make sure that they're never alone with that person, and because you can't just immediately go whole hog fucking attacking people, right? Unless something actually happened, right?
For sure.
If your daughter comes to you and says, "Daddy touched me," kill that man.
The amount of rage I would feel.
Take that man out, all the way the fuck out.
All the way the fuck
right?
out.
But if it's just your daughter's coming to you saying, so and so, Uncle, Frank or Dad or whatever made me uncomfortable, that is something where That's you remove your daughter from a possibly dangerous situation and you have conversations. Yeah. You do investigation. You investigate. You ask the questions. You do whatever you need to do, right? But like
for sure, if it's like, oh, how does he make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, like ask questions. Ask her. Like
if that makes you're uncomfortable being alone with him, then we'll make sure we won't have that happen
right.
anymore.
And ask questions to your kid without like questioning them. You know what I'm saying? Like ask them questions to get more information, not to question their integrity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the big thing is make sure your kids know and feel and understand that they can come to you no matter what, and you're not going to make them feel shitty about it.
Exactly.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, don't, because, like, it can be a hard fucking thing to hear. It can be a hard thing to hear that someone you thought you knew, loved, trusted is a danger, potentially, to your kid. But you need to believe your kid above all else, right? Unless you have irrefutable proof that they are lying to you, believe them.
Yeah.
And so, that's the thing. And like I said, it's not a perfect science, not a perfect system, but...
Right, it's not black and white.
It's not black and white. Every situation is unique and different, but you can always operate from a good perspective knowing that you are trusting your kid. As long as you're trusting your kid as just a base level, you know you're operating from a good spot no matter what.
Also, from the post, it sounds like she's not super confident in standing up for herself either. And so,
she kept feeling the need to justify herself.
She kept feeling the need to justify herself.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's another thing that I feel like you should teach your kids is to stand up for themselves.
Right. Teach your kids to be loud.
Teach your kids to be loud.
Teach your kids to be
My
loud.
kids are so loud.
Yeah. Seriously, if anybody ever touched or did anything inappropriate to any of our kids, we would know.
We would know.
They would yell and scream and shout and be like, they're fucking trying to touch me or whatever. Yep. Like, they would let us know. They would let everyone know.
Because let them know that there is nothing, I don't care who tells them. Nobody's going to tell them, oh, I'm going to hurt your mommy and daddy if you say something. Nope. That is not true.
Nope.
No one can hurt me. I will hurt them.
Exactly. We always told them, like, they're not going to hurt us. They're not going to hurt mom. They're not going to hurt daddy. They're not going to hurt Dylan. They're not going to hurt, anybody. They're not going to hurt auntie and uncle. They're not going to hurt you either, right?
Sorry.
That's okay. There's a phone call. Somebody thinks that they are entitled to a phone call, to calling CAMMIE in the middle of a podcast. But the point is, right, it's like the kids know that no matter who it is, they can talk about it. They can be told. Like, we can be told everything. And so that's what you have to have. Your kids need to be able to trust you and be able to come to you. Okay? And if you're the kind of parent, if you're listening to this, and you're the kind of parent who's sitting there right now listening to us being like, well, I don't know, stop listening to me. Stop listening to me. Stop. You're not a listener. You're not somebody I want around. If you're somebody who's questioning what we're saying right now about your kids being able to trust you and come to you, and you're thinking, well, that little shit in your own head, you're a bad person.
Yep.
Have to get some perspective, get some thoughts in your head, and fuck off.
And fuck all the way off.
Because we don't need that around here. All right? We've talked for long enough, I think. You're getting phone calls out the ass. Somebody's trying to get a hold of you.
I know, I see it.
That's annoying. If you don't know anything about me, I hate phone calls. But anything else to say, honey?
No, I don't think so. Protect your kids, man.
Protect your kids, man.
And believe them. Like I said, our kids are loud, so I have no doubt in my mind that they will. I'd rather have the loud kids, the loud, obnoxious kids, than the kids who are too quiet and won't say anything.
Exactly. Teach your kids to stand up for themselves, and moreover, make sure you're standing up for them. All right? All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye. I win.